Hello and welcome to digitalSyn Gaming. I'm Syntosis and this is episode 12 of the Age of Engineering. Okay, so since the last episode, we got the Empowerer. Nice, we're in the Empower Age. So this has now filled up. I have spent a hell of a lot of time mining and I built all the next level cables, which are all in here, and I put them all in, except for a couple over there. I also made sure that I got the oil generator hooked up so that that is now feeding power up there as well. We've got the canola fermenting barrels and we've also got the canola press. At the moment, this is a manual process that I pull. So I go outside to the farm, which if I go out here now, there should be some, because it was an hour or so before. There you go, see? And we pull those and we go back into the house like so. I need to put things on there. We go down into the basement. Go down in the basement. There we go. And we shove the canola in. Alright, so at the moment that is a manual process, however that will be transferred over to an automated process at some point. I don't know exactly when, but it will happen. I am not going to be doing that all the time. However, we have enough power now in the display stands and also the empowerers. Now I found a little issue. So the issue is with the capacitor bank. Now if you use these cables, every time you come back onto the server, or every time you restart the game, you have to break these two cables so that they will then fill up again. Now obviously that's fine when you're playing the game, but if you forget to do that, that's quite annoying. So the only thing that I can think of is actually swapping these out for energy conduits from Ender.io, which is obviously the energy conduits here. We could either go with the lower tier, which is conductive iron, however we need an alloy smelter, or we could go with the energetic alloy, which we've got redstone, gold, and glowstone. So that's not too bad. So we could go with the 5,120 RF a tick, which means that when we hook up the power to the RF system, that should distribute the power quite effective. Pretty decent. It'd be pretty effective. Now, the issue that we have is we don't have an alloy smelter. So to make an alloy smelter, alloy smelter, there we go, there it is. Easy, furnaces, 3 furnaces, 4 pieces of iron, and 1 cauldron. Piece of piss. This, however, is the machine chassis, which requires iron bars, piece of piss, a basic capacitor, which I haven't looked at yet. The iron casing, obviously, we know that that requires an advanced thing in there. I know. Call her. Right, a basic capacitor. We can do the empowering, that's fine. We've got the enriched iron. We need a copper electron tube. Okay, so we need a fermionic fabricator for that. Okay, so we're going to need a fermionic fabricator. And to get the fermionic fabricator, I will check that in a moment. However, we do need a sturdy casing. Now, a sturdy casing is an empowered item. So to get 1 sturdy casing, we've got to go bronze gear, bronze plate, 2 bronze item casings, and a bronze large plate. Now, a bronze large plate has 8 bronze. That's 1 bronze. This is 1 bronze, but split into 2. And this has 4 bronze. It also has 1 copper and 4 steel. So if we go in, there's 4 steel and 1 copper in there, and then bronze on the outside. Now, the sturdy casing in itself is not that difficult to make. Obviously, the carpenter we need to go and have a look at. And we also need a fermionic fabricator. So I'm going to look at the fermionic fabricator, which we need a sturdy casing. So that's 2 of these that we now need. However, the rest of that recipe is pretty straightforward. So we're going to need 2 of those, and I'm pretty sure that the carpenter will need 1 as well. Let's go and have a look at the carpenter. And the carpenter does indeed require 1 as well. The glass and the bronze are pretty straightforward. So we could, in theory, do it. Now, I've got one bronze large plate. I have one bronze plate. I have one gear and 2 items. So as you can see, I have cooked up one lot of this stuff. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to cook up some more, in which case I'm going to need some copper, some tin, and a whole load of other stuff, in which, make sure. So if we go and macerate our tin, for instance, would be a good thing to do. I'm pretty sure that we had some tins somewhere. I'm not entirely sure if we have any left. So I will check in a moment. However, we are going to need some copper, which doesn't look like it's here. Alright, we've got 3 copper. Well, that was enough to make 4 in total. That's not good. We definitely need some copper. That requires mining. However, with our speedy drill, that shouldn't be too bad. We can cut through some crap really quick. Let's just check to make sure that we haven't missed anything in here. No. Yes, there's no copper in there. Have a look in here. We've got no copper in there either. That's right, so we do definitely need copper. Because it is 3 copper and 1 tin. So if we go over to here, and I'm pretty sure you can throw the crushed item in, can we? Yeah, there we go. So we can throw in the crushed tin ore, and that will give us 1 ingot of tin. And then 3 of copper, I think it's 3 of copper, should give us 4 of bronze. We'll just wait for that to cook. Won't be very long. Should be rather quick. There we go. And then it converts to bronze. There we go. So now we have 4 ingots of bronze, which is great, but we need 8. So I'm going to put 4 in there just to make the 8 that we actually need to do this thing, which is a large plate cast. And that will give us another one of these large plates, which go in the middle or the center. So around the outside of this, we're going to throw these items here. And then in the center, so we've got one on each of the pedestals, or the display stands. And then right in the middle, we stick the plate. Now this will drain the power directly from here. As you can see, the power is really disintegrating. It's zipping down quite well. This, oh, yep. Right, so this is now kicked in, this is going, and this is going. It's all draining power and all putting it through the system. And these things should, yeah, there we go, they started draining power as well. We have 1 sturdy casing, and we now have the farming age. We are now in age 4. How cool is that? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Well, I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting to get to that point so quickly because, well, this one and the Ender one, because I need the additional power cables, these we're going to speed through. But that's really good. Right, so we have another age. How cool is that? Oh, I'm kind of liking that. Right, so these things should charge up relatively quickly. Now, they're not going insanely quickly. They're not going to. Let's face it. They are. Wow. That's actually not too bad. That is actually pretty decent. It's going at about 1,000. Wow. Downstairs must be producing. I'm producing 100 a tick downstairs. I don't know what this is producing, and I don't know what this one's. However, that is That's producing 20 a tick. That's almost full, really. I mean, there's 100,000 to go, but and then it's probably about 1 million and a bit left. Still pretty decent. That's not too slow. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, so we have one sturdy casing. Now, if we go back over to here, should look in the chest. We've got one more. I don't know whether to. You know what? I'm going to, because I know that we need 3. Well, I know that we need 8, essentially. We need some steel, definite. Right, so there's 4 there. And do we have any over here? Oh, I forgot to put some in. Oh, but I did put coal coke in. What the hell? Okay, so let's go and get a bunch of iron. And let's go and shove that bunch of iron. That should, yeah, that goes quite quick. So we should be able to leave that, and we should have some iron steel, sorry, pretty straight, pretty sharpish. The tin isn't doing too bad, so we can shove that there. We don't have any copper though, which is a bummer. Okay, so let's shove this stuff there. We need to find some food, which is here. Perfect. Foodiness. Now, I'm pretty sure there was some down here. I don't know whether I mined it though. It's the only thing. I'm hoping not. Okay, so there's the apatite that we're going to need at some point soon. Because I remember a recipe requiring the apatite. So I'm just going to grab that while we're here. My fancy drill. I kind of like this drill. This drill's heavy. So that's that one. Okay, so we got that. If we go down here, what's down this way? A dead end. Alright. So unfortunately, we've got no copper forefront bit, which is kind of annoying, but never mind. Got some. Well, we've got no. We're going to have to go to the mining age. And here we are. Iron as well. Yep, copper. Ooh. Oops. So when you're using a drill, which has this 3 extension, if you press Shift, mine, left click, it will only mine 1. Which is kind of cool. Run around here. See if we can go out and branch out in that direction. We can. Okay, we got some more iron. This is how we found all our iron the last time. Okay, so we got some more copper there, which is good. Might take a little bit longer than I thought. So what I will do is I will come back when this is done. Okay, we're back. I've put all the ores away, which, you know, we've got more bauxite, we've got a little bit more tin. Not a great deal of tin, but we already had some anyway. Tiny bit of iron, a couple of other things as well. We also got the apatite in here now as well. And a couple more rubies and stuff, which is quite cool. I didn't do too much mining, I just did a little bit. So we've got 14 of this. We've also got some of that. I've just hit the button to do the bronze plate. So what we are going to do, go back and collect, obviously, the bronze. This one was. So we've got 2 bronze plates now, which is for the 2 sturdy casings. We need some steel, which is over the other side. I'm going to grab some iron because we usually just iron. We're definitely going to need 3 furnaces, and we're going to need some glass. We're also going to need the cauldron, because I know that that is part of the recipe. We've got 4 steel here. We didn't have copper, but we do have copper now. That's cool. So what I will do is just put the rest of that, and I'm going to put in, I don't know, 6. Just so that I've got that. I know that we're going to smelt most of this up. It's just kind of nice to have a couple of bars so that I can do the other bits and pieces, basically. There's a couple of things that require 2, yeah, like casing things, which are 1, 2, 4 pieces of steel plus 2 pieces of copper gives you, there we go, steel mechanical component, which are not part of these recipes. However, they are part of the what do you call it? No, it is part of that recipe. Sorry, it's the part of the bronze gear. So you put bronze around it, and then steel mechanical, the 2 bits in the middle. So if we go back to the carpenter, in fact, actually, let's just go to the sturdy casing because that's the bit that we actually need. Right. So here, so we need bronze, bronze, bronze. We need 1, 2, because these split into 2. And then obviously we've got 2 of those now. We've got 2 of those. No, we haven't got 2 of those. We've got 1 of those. However, what I am going to do is there's no bronze here, and there's no bronze in there. But there should be the ability now to grab, there we go, 16, 24 there. Let's grab more. Then we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 4, 8, 12, 16. We'll do that for the moment. So we'll, yeah, because that's going to take a little while anyway. So we'll put 4 tin, and then the rest is copper. That should smelt up and give us what we need it to be, which is cool. We've still got a little bit that's macerating at the moment. Anyway, we need obviously those 2 in there, and we need 4. That's 8 ingots to go around there. So what we will do actually is just put a few more, you know, do that. Yep. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I know I'm more, aren't I? So we'll take that out because we don't need it anymore. We will put the cast back in. How many have we got so far? We've got 1 block. So let's hit that. So that should give us our 9 ingots for there. We've got another block. That's cool. So probably do 2 blocks and I'll take it. There'll be a few guessing. So that's called most. We'll start off another one of those, which is cool. Got that 1 block already. That is 2 blocks. All right. No, that's not going to be 2 blocks by the time it's finished. That's finished, and that. Okay, so we've got 5 ingots. Another block. Okay, so that should give us all of the stuff out of here. Okay. Right, so we've got 3 of those. Bronze bar format. We will do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Gives us our 2 bronze gears. We're going to need 2 bronze plates and then 2 other plates. We go down to so 2 bronze plates and then 1 more. Nope, we need 2 more. So what we'll do, so what you do with the metal format is just exactly what we normally do, which is we take the bronze plate out, we feed it back in, and it should split it into 2. So that's what should happen. We actually just feed those 2 back in there. Should find that, so that 1 finished and then this 1 now. Give us that plate, which is cool. And then we should have this one. When this one finishes, we should get 2 plates out of it. Or 2 casings. There we go, 8 casings. Perfect. And then there should just be 1 left in there. Absolutely awesome. So that should give us our 4 that we need for that as well. And that should give us our 2 other sturdy casings. So if we do one of you guys, and you guys, and then we'll move that out of you guys. There we go, that should that so I can go to sleep. There we go, so that's 1. One more. Not sure whether we'll have enough power or whether this one will take a little while to do. I'm hoping we will have just enough power to muddle through. Not entirely sure. Is that peat? 1 more peat left. I did actually grab some out. I mean, I can always go out there and dig them up. But I did have some peat. I'll put it in. Yeah, there we go. We got some peat there to put into that guy, and we got the ash. Right, so we had just enough to do those 3 casings. Awesome. Okay, so now what we should be able to do is a carpenter, because a carpenter is pretty straight, not forward, accepts any block glass. All right, cool. Let's see, carpenter is pretty straightforward. So we do 1 carpenter. And then what we'll do is we'll go thermionic fabricator. Gold. Need gold. 4. Thermionic. Oh, missing a chest. Hook. Okay. And an alloy thing requires will require this thing, which requires this thing, which requires this thing from the thermionic fabricator. And according to mouse override 4, only the recipe using redstone ingots is correct. It's this one. A redstone ingot from calculator is a scientific calculator with iron and redstone. Cool. 1, 2. We only need 2. No, we need 4. We also need the bloody calculator. That might help. So we need 2 iron, actually 4 iron. So now we've got that, we can go back in here, and this becomes our first recipe. This one, sorry. Thickened glass. Utilities. Sandy glass. Okay, so glass and sand. Wow. That's a bit nuts. Why the hell would you... No idea. No idea. Don't ask questions. Just do shit. Need. Yes. I don't know. How much we need. But I'm sure we'll use it at some point. There you go, thickened glass. Right, so... Okay, so that's cool. So we got all that now. So what we should be able to do is put the thermionic fabricator down. That's copper. So we need 5 copper, 1 bit of glass over there. So if we smelt up the last of the copper... Ow, that... Oh, hang on. These things. Oh, yeah, that one's full. Not full. That one's charging. Jesus. Oh, no. Well, it is when they're eating power. Look. I have to go old school. Right, let's cook up 1 more of those. And let's go and put our thermionic fabricator down. So this will require... Pretty sure this requires RF. I think. I don't know. Put it there. Can't work. Can't you work? No recipe. 0 RF. Right. You're not going to get any RF because these fuckers are taking it. Right. But I can't do it. Alright, so you can stop for the moment. Right. Okay, so you should be getting... There we go. You've got power now? Yeah. Got power. Okay, so we need glass. Wow. I'll put glass in there, so must be the other stuff that I saw. Clear glass from environmental tech. Enriched sand. Nether and... Oh my god. I've got to cook bloody things as well. Right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Go and get our copper from over here, so that should be done by now. Here we go. Perfect. So we'll grab the last bits of quite clear glass or clear glass out there. We'll put 1 more of you in there. We will do 1 and 2 and put those 2 there. We also need thickened glass, and we'll put 2 of you in there. We won't. More of you in there. Double up. And then this glass in there. Wow, that produced 4. No, stop. Try and stop it. Well, it produces 4. I don't know. Right. That now gives us the ability, almost. Empowered Estonia, 4 million RF. I like that one, which only says 40k. But it's cheaper to to make the individual, because to make an individual, it uses the same recipe, or the same bits, should I say, as empowering a whole block. So it's actually cheaper to make a block of this stuff. Not RF wise, but it's actually cheaper to make a block of this stuff than it is to actually make an individual item. So just remember that when you're doing stuff like crystals, crystal blocks and individuals. It is usually cheaper on the amount of stuff that you put around it to do it this way than it is to do it the other way. So if we go over to here, there is somewhere around here, and I can't remember exactly where, there is some ardite and cobalt. There we go. So we're going to shove the ardite into there. We're going to grab this lot out, throw that in there. This should now macerate up, and then we should be able to cook it into an ingot. And once we've got 2, 3, so we need 1 block, so 1 of those, which is fine. But we're going to, grab that. Got most of the pieces, which is good. We have got most of the pieces. Just making sure. The rest of it. Right, so this should give us our ardite ingot. It does. Perfect. What else do we need for that one? We need rose red, a resonating crystal, and a red garnet. So resonating crystal thing is one of those. A red garnet. We need some rose red. Do we have rose red? I'm pretty sure I dug up some roses. There we go. Rosebush. Should be able to get rose red from there. We don't need the second one. Back. Right, so that's that. So these charge, which I'm going to go downstairs and put the cable back in, so that the rest of these can charge. First, then it's sleep. Now it's 4 million RF. That's 80, 800, 800, 800. I need another 2, 4, 6, 8. Pretty sure if we leave these ones, yeah, there we go. If we leave those to do, that would be perfect. Right, I'm going to come back when these are full. Okay, guys, we should have enough. So I'm going to start the process off. This is going to drain quite quickly. Obviously, it's going to drain here first, and then it will start to drain from here. And I'm hoping that we will have enough. There we go. So these are now draining pretty bloody quick. So these should drain all the way. Not great for the regeneration of this stuff. However, it should give us exactly what we need, which is the alloy smelter, and therefore we can then play around with the new energy cable. So, well worth it. Well worth it. If it works, which I'm hoping it will. Because I really do want to build the alloy smelter now, just so that you guys can see. So that's filling up. This is all. Filling each one up. I'll be back in once this is done. Okay, guys, it's finished. We have our little block, and now we can go and check out what else we need to do for the smelt. So we need 4 of those plus 2 of those irons. So if we do this, and then go and get our enriched gold, not iron. that should give us now one of those guys. One of those guys should give us. Alright, so we need a carpenter for this. We need the sturdy casing, we need some iron bars. So we need to make some iron bars. And we also need to make. Oh, forgot about this. Yeah, I need to make one of these. Crap. Alright, this episode has already got on to 40 minutes long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. We will come back next time, and I will have all the pieces needed to create the alloy smelt. Yeah, because that's going to take at least 15-20 minutes to actually get those pieces together. So I will go get those sorted, and then we will basically build it next episode. So if you liked the video, then hit the thumbs up. Also, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon. Go for it. Do it. Do it now. Like, take you a couple of seconds. Do it. And if you didn't like it, then do it anyway. So hit the thumbs down and then go and subscribe and hit the bell notification, because you never know, you might like the next video. You might like one of the ones in the future, but that's awesome. Come on, it helps me. Let's do it. 100 subscribers. For all of those that have retweeted me and have also, forwarded these videos on, please keep doing that. It's much appreciated. It's really, really cool that you guys have taken that time to do that, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, and if you could keep doing that, I would be sincerely grateful. As always, you guys have been awesome. I've been Synthesis. Later.